Aminata Kamara from the United States of America. It dedicated this song to one of the biggest organizations in the world. We had.
Yeah, made a crack on the mix.
91 big boy Pekin.
It's your never time to see the ball.
Daily days.
091.
Yellow flag TVs.
Hallelujah.
Come on.
We are the organization. Don't come for every nation. We are the organization. Don't come for promote the nation. They know they mix my politics. They know they part tribalism. They know they mix my politics. Yeah. They know they part no tribalism.
This now we had. Don't can now we land. So la we all and fine. This now we had. Don't can now we land. So la we all and fine. Who know they back kapu. We had no mix bag bamu. We know they back kapu. We had no mix bag bamu. Go tell the brother sister them say we had don't come over.
We are now we are.
Tell her for me say we had don't come over.
We are now we are. We are the organization. Don't come for every nation. We are the organization. Don't come for promote the nation. They know they mix our politics. They know they part tribalism. They know they mix our politics. Yeah. They know they part no tribalism.
Big respect to the one who will make we are team up strong one. Especially to you, by Bure Kablai from the north. And to you, Shenge Pierre from the south. And me Amina, happy birthday in advance to you, by Bure Kablai from the north. You celebrate your birthday January. Happy birthday in advance to you, Shenge Pierre from the south. You celebrate your birthday December. This organization, the 3 years, December 2022. We dey tell who members them all over the world, thank you. Yeah.
We are the organization. Don't come for every nation. We are the organization. Don't come for promote the nation. They know they mix my politics. They know they part tribalism. They know they mix my politics. Yeah. They know they part no tribalism. Let me tell you, wait till we are gonna do for me. They no change life inside the world country. Number one, they feed the poor. They build houses for the affected members from the flooding. Number two, they pay school fees. But you find the way them people them equal. Salone disaster. The people them. We are don't come for everybody in this country. They know they for politics, neither tribalism. We are the organization. We are the organization. Don't come for every nation. We are the organization. We are the organization. Don't come for promote the nation. They know they mix my politics. They know they mix my politics. They know they part tribalism. They know they mix my politics. Yeah. They know they part no tribalism.
We are Voice of the Poor. This song come up from Madam Sidra to Aminata Kamara from the United States of America. It dedicated this song to one of the biggest organizations in the world. We had.
Yeah, made a crack on the mix.
91 big boy Pekin.
It's your never time to see the ball.
Daily days.
091.
Yellow flag TVs.
Hallelujah.
Come on.
We are the organization. Don't come for every nation.
and now we land. So we all and fine. This now we had. Talk and now we land. So we all and fine. Who know they back kapu. We had no mix bag bamu. We know they back kapu. We had no mix bag bamu. Go tell the brother sister them say we had don't come over.
We are now we are.
Tell her for me say we had don't come over.
We are now we are. We are the organization. Don't come for every nation. We are the organization. Don't come for promote the nation. They know they mix our politics. They know they part tribalism. They know they mix our politics. Yeah. They know they part no tribalism.
Big respect to the one who will make we are team up strong one. Especially to you, my Bure Kablai from the north. And to you, Shenge Pierre from the south. And me Amina, happy birthday in advance to you, my Bure Kablai from the north. You celebrate your birthday January. Happy birthday in advance to you, Shenge Pierre from the south. You celebrate your birthday December. This organization, the 3 years, December 2022. We tell members them all over the world, thank you. Yeah.
We are the organization. Don't come for every nation. We are the organization. Don't come for promote the nation. They know they mix our politics. They know they part tribalism. They know they mix our politics. Yeah. They know they part no tribalism. Let me tell you, wait till we are gonna do for me. They don't change life inside the world country. Number one, they be the poor. They build houses for the affected members for the flooding. Number two, they pay school fees. But you find the way them people them evil. Salone disaster. The people them, we are not come for everybody in this country. They know they for politics, neither tribalism. We are not.
Good morning and welcome to another beautiful edition of the program Korea's right on we are on YouTube and on Facebook. Well, like all time, we really fight and very hard for be able to reach to you. Like all time. But like I say, I always go on for the give the praise to who that's the praise, for go to. The producer of this program don't they put up relentless effort to make sure say things reach to you how it's supposed to reach you. The only obstacle or the only thing where they beyond the in control and the internet, and it as well try very hard for make sure say things go on how it's supposed to go. On that note, I want for wish a very happy birthday in advance. I say they're celebrating birthday on the 21st of this month, and I want for as well use this opportunity on behalf of the family for wish you John Jesse Conte JC happy birthday to celebrate your birthday today. Well, let me just go straight to the paper them and begin for waiting day inside the different newspaper them for this morning. The different newspaper them for this morning. We will go into the quick one. Let me see waiting then don't give me inside the Koreas this morning. Well, the first paper where I will take this morning are the Concord Times newspaper. The Concord Times newspaper gets a big banner headline where it say 6 police officers in custody for death of drug suspects. And then you get Democracy Today is a challenge. Professor David Francis. You get UNFPA appeals for $1.2 billion to protect more women and girls. Professor Philip John Kano exonerated, and you get Philadelphia City Council honors Councilor Abiose Wilson. This and other story there for you inside the Concord Times newspaper for this morning. Next one at the Aoko newspaper will say statement by Honorable Dr. Kande Colette Yumkela at the NGC Delegate Conference, Freetown City Hall, December 13, 2022. 7 years of a progressive centrist agenda for compassionate, inclusive governance. They quote Honorable Juncker, and then you get President Bio Rockefeller discuss sustainable energy partnership, and you get government intervention in health and education sector is a reduced poverty, finance minister, and you get Central Cafe, new twist to coffee shop culture. This is another story there for you inside the Auco newspaper, and the next one at the Calabash. For this morning, we say NP to rescue Sierra Leone from looming fuel crisis, and you get at US Africa Leader Summit, President Biya calls for strong partnership and well-aligned goals. You get mobile operators and stakeholders reach consensus for tariff adjustment. Kenema City District Council hands over market to Blama and Tonga communities, and you get no increase in the cost of passports. Calabar Town community rally around Mohammed. This is another story there for you inside the Calabash newspaper. And the next one at the AZ newspaper, we say US to provide $165 million to support elections in Sierra Leone and 5 African states. And Idris Elba commits to fulfill Bond project. SLP impounds 196 commercial motorbikes, and you get CDS reaffirms government commitment to capacitate military personnel. This another story for you inside the AZ newspaper. The next speak now the voice of Salone, we say gentle insults northerners, and you get amidst fuel crisis, wicked pump attendants sell petrol at 25 leones for liter, 25 leones, the new leone, and 25,000 old leones. And you get Stop Press, Accord Logistics on the spotlight. EU delegation informs students to Erasmus Mundus Joint Master Scholarship. And then Police hail VIP for supplying best quality rice. This another story there for you inside the Voice of Salone. And the next one at the Guardian newspaper, the Guardian Post say corruption is a killer disease. Then they quote Bishop Lagal Ngere, operational cost crippling communications companies. And they get more goodies for RSLAF. IGP ZELLE launches 5 days WAPIS training. And they get Paramount Chief calls for unity. This another story there for you inside the Guardian Post. And the next one at the Gleaner will say US Africa Leadership Summit. MCC select 4 African countries for new partnership. Sierra Leone Bauma 1 solar PV plant goes live as a PPP. This another story there for you inside the Gleaner newspaper. And the next one at the Modern Sea say President Bio meet Rockefellers. And they get EU delegation engage students on Erasmus Mundus Joint Master Scholarship. And they get Professor Francis reiterate President Bio democratic commitment to the nation. This another story inside the Modern Seas newspaper for this morning. And the next one again, a Camboy Times newspaper, we say Rossroad murder allegations, 6 police may be sacked. And then you get water is 99.9% concern in every police barracks across the country, says IGP wife. This is another story there for you inside the Camboy newspaper. And then the Sky Times say Cherry Coco raises SLPP government violations at ECOWAS Parliament. And you get international partner fear for worst if. And US report identifies Sierra Leone human rights violations. And you get VIP supplies best quality rice to police. Native Consortium proposes solution to end fuel crisis. This another one day for inside the Sky Times newspaper. And the next one at the Indigenes will say reputable service provider honored with gold trophies by Bible Service Delivery 2022. And the Kenema City Council conducts a day training for councillors and core staff on policy development. Sierra Leoneans finds it difficult to celebrate. This another story, now the Indigenous newspaper, and then you get a source newspaper where say, if in a private meeting on election and democracy, President Biden meets with 6 African leaders, and they get fiscal year 2023, Sierra Leone and 3 countries selected for compact assistance. Parliament rejects the annulment of PR system, and at the NGC Delegate Conference, NGC flag bearer Kande Koleyumkela spoke on compassionate, inclusive governance, and you get Deputy Minister of Development commits government willingness to SDGs. This another story there for you inside the source newspaper, and the Open Space newspaper get with gusto. Information minister says government and SLAJ have made incredible gains, and then you get from 2018 to date, NASIT DG and team uphold distinction, and then you get following ACC certification, DG Kaitibi unveils NATCA 2023 plans. This another story for you inside the Open Space, and the next one at the Times we say duplicity and destitution, how artisanal diamonds fail to benefit local community. For victory in 2023, Abdul Osayo calls for unity in APC, and then Sierra Hope facility fertility clinic opens in Sierra Leone. This another story inside the Times newspaper. And the next one at the Global Times newspaper, we say after meeting Chief Kadiru Kaikai, APC PMDC strong men return to SLPP. And again, Biden Bill meets at White House. And robbery with aggravation, convict get 40 years. And then you get this another story there for inside the Global Times. And the next one, now the covenant at US Africa Leaders Summit. President Bill calls for strong partnership and well-aligned goals. Transport Minister to team engage investor in South Korea. And Sierra Mines Alex Presto to complain the government of Sierra Leone to MCC. And you get mobile operator and stakeholders reach consensus for tariff adjustment. This another story there for you inside the Covenant. And the Heroes Media say European Union supports Kenema City Council for revenue generation and financial management training. UBA receives 2 awards for exemplary leadership and business excellence. And then you get the Vice Chancellor and Principal of Jala University outline entry point for the Europe intervention. This another story for you inside the Heroes. And then the Standard Times say 300 million pounds cocaine arrested at sea, November 30, 2022. Fuel tankers jet in, 15,000 metric tons of petrol, 18,000 metric tons of diesel. This another story there for you inside the Standard Times newspaper. And Heritage say President Bio seals second term, and ACC becomes role model in the fight against corruption. This another story in the Heritage newspaper for you this morning. And the Vindicator say NATCA DG acknowledges tax compliance of MNOs at the US Africa Leader Summit. United States announced additional support to IAEA, and civil societies condemn passport price increase. UK sponsor tour operators visit to Sierra Leone. ICC endorsed sentence of Uganda LRA commander. This is another story inside the Vindicator. The Independent Observer for this morning say for free and fair 2023 election, Biden meets Bio and 5 other African leaders. Police sergeant in Maboka dismissed. This another story for you inside the Observer newspaper for this morning. And the next one, I think the Independent Observer, now the last story where we get inside the program this morning. Well, we want for say thank you very much for all of your time for joining me inside the program. Well, now we can go to we guest inside the program this morning. But before that, let me just get that short break so we can adjust waiting we need for adjust for the guest. Thank you very much. We'll come back just now.
This song come up from Madam Sidratu Aminata Kamara from the United States of America. It dedicated this song to one of the biggest organizations in the world, Weird.
Yeah.
Made a crack on the mix.
91 big boy Pekin.
ZELLE.
Daily days.
091.
Yellow flag TVs.
Hallelujah.
Come on.
We are the organization. Don't care for every nation. We are the organization. Don't care for promoting nation. They know they mix my politics. They know they pass tribalism. They know they mix my politics. Yeah. They know they pass no tribalism.
This now we hard, don't can now we land. So la we all and fine. This now we hard, don't can now we land. So la we all and fine. Who know they back kapu. We had no mix bag bamu. We know they back kapu. We had no mix bag bamu. But tell the brother sister them say we are don't come over.
We are now we are.
Tell them for we, tell them for me say we are don't come over.
We are now we are. We are the organization. Don't care for every nation. We are the organization. Don't care for promoting nation. They know they mix our politics. They know they pass tribalism. They know they mix our politics. Yeah. They know they pass no tribalism.
Big respect to the one who will make Weird team up strong one. Especially to you, my Bure Kablai from the north.
All right, welcome back. Thank you very much. Well, we don't get one of the guests them we don't join we inside the program this morning for let we actually talk about the different issues them we don't come up from the different newspaper them. And we get another guest again. They can join me inside the program this morning. They can join me inside the program this morning for let me help for Rob Mott inside different issues them inside the program. But in the meantime, we start with the very first guest. And this first one you see already on the screen. Now in name Lansana Fofana, and in the media and public relations manager for the Petroleum Regulatory Authority. Of course, not a secret for say plenty people and get concerned about fuel business inside the country right now. Just this morning we just see one other video bust out now the social media outside the people them to like serious one for fuel, and as well people them as well they talk about how they get the money but they're not able to get the fuel where they actually need as you know, they forgot about the normal business. So one more time, welcome to the show, Mr. Fofana. Okay, I think we were faced with the same problem yesterday. The guest but the line they actually all them up. We make invoice the scramble, and we know they get in what's them very correct as we suppose forget them. But we will keep trying. Let me see if we can able for, because very important things and the way we need for, especially where we can deal with things that we get for do with people them, you know, the interest of people them. It was nice for let me actually hear everything that happen with regards to fair and other things then. Let's make a try again one more time. You get to me, please?
I get you.
Okay. It's unfortunate that you don't get to it, but say again. Okay, the truth now, you get we and you get we clear, but we they get you, but we get you broken scramble. When we say we're not able for you fine at all. That's a big challenge for we, very big challenge. Okay, so what we could do, we will try another method. What about if we drop the Zoom call and then we go to WhatsApp and see if we can get an clear WhatsApp video? Alright, so if that be the case, let's just drop this. Just go move out of the Zoom and let me try WhatsApp, please. Thank you.
This song come up from Madam Sidratu Aminata Kamara from the United States of America. It is dedicated this song to one of the biggest organizations in the world. Weird.
Yeah.
Made a crack on the mix.
91 big boy picking.
HW025.
Daily days.
091.
Yellow flag TVs.
Hallelujah.
Come on.
We are the organization. Don't care for every nation. We are the organization. Don't care for promoting nation. They know they mix my politics. They know they pass tribalism. They know they mix my politics.
Right, we don't come back. We will try for see how best we can try every possible means for make we be able for bring to you what we supposed to bring to you this morning. Welcome back, Mr. Fofana.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Sengwepierre.
All right. So now we get a lot of things that we want to talk about. First of all, with regards to field. Tell me, you now the person with in charge of the media, in charge of the public. You know, when it comes to field business in the country, because you do work with the regulatory authority where they for field business. So, Mr. Fofana, field don't shut in at the country.
Yeah, I'll start with one clarification. We get diesel abundantly in the country. Okay? The issue we get now in terms of a scarcity for petrol, when you look at them, and this not through any fault in the part of the government, or even the oil industry as well. You know, let me just take one thing for no say. This is a product we get from overseas. That means not together with the pull-on. So no matter your best plan we don't put together, it can likely work against you as well. Since now, with the always take and say the crisis inside the Russia and Ukraine still they go on. And what make we at this current situation for now because of that same crisis. So when you look at the demand for petrol now, it don't is soar. You know, if not be anything.
Slow down. The line don't begin break again. It don't begin break. Well, I'll use the same opportunity as we don't get at you for hold on for ask you the question. We fear because we know say fear and they by class. You know, we know say some of the fear where they come out now, well, not to some, the fear where they come out now, Ukraine and the Russia issue where they talk about so, then get a very clean fuel. Where, for example, you check the Europe, you check the America and the Western world, then they get the supply from Ukraine, that side, that Russia side where they talk about, and they feel really, really clean. Then we were down to we are not in the country. The fuel where I can't please, the fuel where we get is not as clean as what we talk about. So the question is, now Russia and Ukraine, how we all feel the comment?
Okay. Now let we do the talking somehow because now you platform this. Let we try for educate the people equally. You understand? Sometimes it's not fine for let we base on assumptions. Then we get CLO standards.
Okay, so wait, hold on. I think I ask you a question and then you clear. So the question we are asking is the question of 20 people in mind. The question is, now Ukraine and Russia, we don't feel the promote?
Let me tell you now, let me clarify as well. When you say oil, you get Russia where they provide like 30 to 40% now the world market. When anybody eligible for buy from them products. You understand? So whether we don't supply, they come up from Russia or whatever thing, nothing at the issue now, I'll let you know. Why would they at this current situation now where we they face in terms of who said the problem, so I want for that as well.
Honestly,
okay?
I look forward for let me get clean discussion, but the line really is bad off. I don't know. And I want for let people really be educated with what we talk about. So what I go do, just hold on again, like it's a short and get in it, please.
This song come up from Madam Sidratu Aminata Kamara from the United States of America. It is dedicated this song to one of the biggest organizations in the world. Weird.
Yeah. Made a crack on the mix.
91 big boy picking.
HW025.
Daily babies.
091.
Yellow flag TVs.
Hallelujah.
Come on.
We are the organization. Don't come for every nation. We are the organization. Don't come for promoting nation. They know they mix my politics. They know they pass tribalism. They know they mix my politics. Yeah. They know they pan no tribalism.
This now we hard, don't can now we land. So la we all and fine. This now we hard, don't can now we land. So la we all and fine. Who know they back kapu. We had no mix bag kamu. We know they back kapu. We had no mix bag kamu. Go tell the brother sister them say we had don't come.
We are now we are.
Tell them for me say we had don't come.
We are now we are. We are the organization. Don't come for every nation. We are the organization. Don't come for promoting nation. They know they mix our politics. They know they pass tribalism. They know they mix our politics. Yeah. They know they pan no tribalism.
Big respect to the one who will make we are team up strong one. Especially to you, by Bure Kablai from the north. And to you, Shenge Pierre from the south. And me Amina, happy birthday in advance to you, by Bure Kablai from the north. You celebrate your birthday January. Happy birthday in advance to you, Shenge Pierre from the south. You celebrate your birthday December. This organization, the 3 years, December 2022. We tell members them all over the world, thank you. Yeah.
We are the organization. Don't come for every nation. We are the organization. Don't come for promoting nation. They know they mix my politics. They know they pass tribalism. They know they mix my politics. Yeah. They know they pan no tribalism. Let me tell you.
Alright, welcome back. I think we still a battle with the network, but now we don't go on audio, WhatsApp audio call. So now we get two people every day. One na a journalist, na channel C, we don't join me in the last program from Glow newspaper, and of course the communication person from PRA, when the Petroleum Regulatory Authority, we been done begin for talk to we. So let's go again with you, Mr. PRO. You know, we been talk about the fuel, and you been try for tell we say the fuel. You want to educate we about who side and how we get the fuel. So go ahead, please.
Okay, let we start first with the question you asked, waiting at the queue or the situation at the country for now, okay?
Go ahead.
So, just like I had in start, we get enough diesel in the country even last week beyond February. So the issue we get in terms of petrol, and we all know the petrol, the taxi riders and other private people now, petrol them use. The other heavy duty people and the other commercial one them themselves. So throughout what we ever get any problem with fuel, problem for the oil now with petrol. And if you look at them yesterday, we put out a press release I know the flag of people because currently we don't get 15,000 metric tons of fuel now the country now on the 15th. And also today we receive about 15,000 metric tons of petrol when we put in the market need. And also on the 18th, we get 3,000 metric tons in the commercial. And on the 15th, we get 2,100 metric tons as well when we come out from the same collection in the country. So this now the makes us to maybe increase the impact at least now taking February or February.
Okay, sorry, and I will ask you the same question where I start for us. We feel now Ukraine and Russia is connected.
That's when I tell you now, when we talk about Russia is one of the key producers in this market, contributing more than 40% into the sector. So if you look at when Russia-Ukraine working, we get a problem where we get low supply and high demand. What does that mean? Every country, including we as LEONE, we get to face a stiff competition for products. So when you look at Russia pushing that time again because of the sanction against Russia with Ukraine and push. Because when they are letting Russia have to take the real money to fund the war against Ukraine.
Mr. PRO, I think it's either your location where you did, and then the challenge them with regards to network or so. So the truth now we know they get you clear. So if that be the case, I want to make another appointment with you. For let we will get you na net na we program, not for today, tomorrow net, instead of we they get information we know they go well with the people. Because I think you don't know office right now, right?
Well, no problem. Anything you want to make a difference, will be on that, okay?
You didn't have office right now,
I didn't have office, so I don't really know what I'm missing.
Yes, yeah, the line not really the clear. And you know go enjoy for passing information and not go enjoy for your area at all. And we viewers themselves not go enjoy for that information. Huh?
I said I would so I would try to find another way so in case of anything, I just know when you are to this thing.
Okay, let me make the appointment now and let it be down for you. We'll get you on Saturday in a net, 9 p.m. Salone time. So we will try and use the Zoom until you don't get better network. People will really enjoy the information. Yeah.
Well, until then, I just want to assure the people and see, and you listeners and you viewers and see, we get products now we don't find inside the country today, and by tomorrow everything will be open.
Okay, we look forward for that. For let me get you information very well. Thank you for where you take your time. You don't really struggle, but you maybe can make them to the top. So, but we will get you on Saturday, yeah?
Okay, sir, no problem.
Thank you very much. Okay, so we will go with the journalist now. I think for the sake of justice or for the sake of fairness, we will avoid that petrol issue. But I don't begin to talk about. I'll ask you one question. The only question I will ask you as a journalist, you get an idea of what I will feel like about?
Well, we feel the commodities not only from Africa. Some part of Africa, but even the common at the Middle East. So not to one side, LEONE they get fuel. But see, on one side, we all depend for get fuel, whether Ukraine or Russia. To me, within the PR man talk, well, that's not your own opinion. But to the far-fetched, see, you need for really come, and you don't give time for like come for clarify to people on how. Where would they get the fuel from? But the fuel will not get out from Russia.
Okay, so that's not the only question I will ask you for the sake of fairness. Let we not bully on that particular issue. But I think this is very interesting because 9 people they really want to know. And as a journalist, you don't tell we say it common as some part of Africa and some part of the Middle East, not Russia and Ukraine. But in the try to tell we basically say because of the supply chain. When Russia and Ukraine get issue, all the other chain they get problem. Now that's basically the try for saying.
You know by that idea, my brother. I don't buy that idea they say when Russia and Ukraine gets the war, the supply chain gets a problem. No, Middle East don't get a problem. You understand? So why supply chain will go get a problem? Now just because the weakness of certain institution we responsible for take care of this fuel business at this country, a lot still happen anyway. But until you don't get time, Mr. go they listen, what they say, and they try for give corrections. Most of the time, I will do online for give corrections if you want to go out of the line.
Okay, that's gonna be interesting. Maybe I want for book here as well. Because you look at idea of how we get to fuel and how we mean. Because people then speculate say already black market don't begin selling 25 leons when at 25,000.
Exactly, and today it doesn't go surprise you. Today, can you imagine say vehicles and people are going to go for work? Vehicles are not there. So how on that people then go survive in the country? If you don't get
please, let's book you 10 for Saturday and net as well, 9 p.m. for the same, let you and the same man, come and talk about their issues there.
No problem.
Because people will really get interest on that. So let's just move a bit and talk small one because we don't already hit all of the time with regards to the network business. So let's just talk small bit on the issue of this. Independent Observer gets a story where most of the other paper them and carry for today, where basically then they look at the US Africa summit where we see with president and the president of United States being one small meeting outside them they talk on different things then. So let's just browse quick the different paper then. Independent Observer say for free fair election 2023 Biden meets Bio and 5 other African countries. And then you get this and say Bio President Bio calls for strong partnership and well-aligned goals. And basically, they say Bio still second term. This now most of the things that will come up now the paper then for this morning. President Bio calls for strong rating. Biden Bio meets. All of them things they are not just on the same thing. So let me take you straight to the issue. You follow this particular summit?
Of course, I follow the entire summit. I even listen the various speakers and we come from Africa, their speech, and to the president of United States, his speech towards Africa.
Okay.
So I follow up.
So as a journalist, we understand because things that they were really there, and they put them exactly how they can. The press secretary Yusuf Keke Thomas and they say, then gets exclusive meeting with Biden on bilateral relationship. Other people say then discuss with 5 other leaders, and that's not exclusive, and basically they're worried about the election of them different countries there, so where then the whole election on the same time inside 2023. So as a journalist, how you see this conference? What does this mean for we as a nation?
For we as a nation, this like gold we we're proud of. In the first place, the president not only go represent himself, he go represent Sierra Leone. Sierra Leone are a country where beaucoup countries are the world we not sabi, but say this country they exist in West Africa or Africa. But being that the president there, now that summit day, don't signify to the world CS a country they exist around the world we name Sierra Leone, which is very important.
Okay.
So the president's not go there on his own. He go there as a representative of Sierra Leone. Let people know this. He not go there on your own because if not for your own, they not go just grab the invite on individually. No, he go there as a country. He go there for go represent the country which is Sierra Leone. You understand? So on the note of the importance of the summit towards Sierra Leone, a lot of things and we don't spell out to do in the meeting. We signifies about the youth. You understand how the youth on developments for Africa, how we the youth for change the narrative for development. But most of the things that we then go talk. Because then go talk. In the interest of the people of Africa.
Why?
To be million. Okay. And this is the people that we go see we fight for the youth. You understand? When you check the average age people that we go for go represent the youth and they are about 40 years. You know what I mean? So if you send somebody we for go represent the youth they are about 40 years, what did they go talk? They go talk for the old people. You don't get the interest of the people. You understand? Then the other narrative way is very boggling. The African leaders can talk them we like when they impressed the first world. Say we don't do this. I listen to the president's speech, all which he don't talk, all waiting, he don't partake for the country development one, which is fine. That's not your own opinion. But if you come back to the people and we in the lead, let's get your opinion on that day. That I not go on that day, but the summit is very good.
Question. You know go on that day, but I'll ask you the question. So it means say waiting the president talk of waiting he don't do as in opinion, totally different from waiting the people would think.
Exactly. Then it spell out to everybody. You understand? Let me take an example like this hardship where they face the people currently. The country they at a brink of collapse. The economic hardship done for them. Now you think about fear, you think about how people in they survive. All the things they need the president they are
amongst the things that we prioritize, it's a food security. That thing that the way don't put us in priority.
We are Tamabum fail. The presidency project when Tamabum fail. Now go to Tamabum. I have an explanation. If you ask the Minister of Agriculture, if you tell him about how Tamabum, then go spend money, the huge sum of amount of money. What the production when they put Tamabum? It's nothing. But there are a lot of things to talk about anyway. On the issue of the elections, the 5-man go meet with the US president. I think the US president try for caution then on the things that will happen within Africa in terms of elections, the rigging, the by force say power Panami for continue with the leadership of the country, even if the people are you. So those are the things where I feel say the American president try for call them for caution them and say no, you're not gonna forget the people and the mandates, make them choose who that they want. If they want you back, you will continue. If they don't want you back, then you're out. Allow democracy for play. Then America will come in and play their role as a mother state for help for develop the countries. I think those are the meetings we then go sit down talk, because the president actually you know go talk waiting at the actual thing. You will talk in praise or in support of waiting the president will do. You understand? Those are the things you see. Okay. But if you call it by John, my brother, most of the things that the African president talk is a failed state for the Pan-Africa, especially Sierra Leone.
Okay, so if you listen, amongst the things that way the president of United States talk, now that they will support a lot of country. We get a benefit of course they will get for the energy, you know, where the US embassy now Freetown done the try for put in place. But you find out one of the biggest aim of we government now for able to get to the compact and win 500 million as they always they expect. But we see outside Biden announce 4 countries in Africa, but they not call real name as part of the one for benefit.
Well, these are the story part of the entire story within the meeting. Because maybe they listen to my speech, I expect Africa, we don't name some countries and see a little they among, because those are the things we governance people and they celebrate, say how they don't win the fight against corruption, don't win the fight against this, the fight against that. You know, by the end of the day, the money speak don't mention Sierra Leone. Sierra Leone is not among. And those are worries.
This MCC scorecard, according to what the government always tell we don't do well past all the other countries in Africa.
Exactly. So why the president of the United States don't mention Sierra Leone as number 1 in the fight against corruptions, in the fight against this, all you know, sometimes the NCC are baffled in Africa anyway.
You know, some people can say the reality different from waiting the day on paper. It's like reality and rhetorics. So basically, they will tell we say that them kind of scorecard so we don't maintain, but they still not recognize we because this same US now they then pull a human rights report outside them bash we serious one for human rights violations then.
Yes, that is a hard fact. If that human rights report, I think Sierra Leone among the 5th African countries that we get human rights violations the way the United Nations that's we don't look at try for see if we now Africa try for address most of the issues because you see the right of individual are something very important in any nation. If the president we now present people are elect him, then he prioritize the way he go try for see the human interest. Can force na agenda. So why most of them things are, you know, in the pop-up? Why in the pop-up America they put press release on all the human rights abuses on the ground. So those are the things, my brother. Sometimes we think
America, but even the European Union as well.
Yes, sometimes we think they can talk when he come to the ground. That this make investigative journalism is very fine. When somebody tell you when you go check the maybe the not to as they talk about. So now they happen to African leaders and then they say this at the end of the day if you go check now a cosmetic project and get.
But other people say we president and the government they do very well. For example, you see the UK Parliament column for just go talk to them on how leadership talent in the country. The US then select them amongst the people them way make statements you know, now the US African Summit. Of course, they do well. Now that make they recognize them.
Yeah, it's other issues. President Bio, you know, in other areas they try in terms of governance. Though he get a lot of challenges. And everybody know about that. They get a lot of challenges. I mean, if we don't address during the 2-3 years we been in office, you know, but he allow himself to be used by individuals and we now for them selfish and I cause all this mayhem. So if he don't the United Nations, you know, see most of the committees in the president they are among the committees and so they don't recognize and say yes, this is another African leader we at least will give him chance. It don't mean say when you go for go give the speech, that means say they don't favor them all over the world. No, then yeah, because you don't see goals self way they play among the African leaders them. So that I mean don't see that there as a big deal anyway.
So now like where you get your host, you they do very well in the street, but where can I use you able to take care of them?
That's a big problem. Exactly. You go outside and we come inside now. You not anyway. Low left you.
And then they not say that na serious man attitude.
Well, the leadership you start from your house. Leadership. If you really want correct, you want make ladies the street glad for you now. Now outside the start now from the home. Rather than the president you for all the address. Like we can inside the first 2 years. Not allow people to be used to, you know, they use yes as they want. Then I see the man, you know, they will change a cabinet, especially so we know see loopholes and there. You understand? If we don't do that restructure, we don't say yes, the world will get a crisis all over the world, but you have to manage. You have to manage. When you manage, people will be happy. Say this person need to push. Though there are crises all over the world, but if you know if you manage, then you get people where they give slangs them. How do people go gladly? Tell me true.
All right.
So,
you still watch Colores and we get up like channel C where they work for Globe newspaper where they with we inside the program. So I'll take you quick one. This one just all I'll make a quick one today and let we for left you for let yourself get yourself your own personal and private time. So the next thing I will take you to, for example, now the issue of NGC. NGC don't hold the delegate conferences being they follow.
NGC I not be able to meet up because I get cool way they make me not able to go out. And
okay, so most of them they actually give back to the one that will be older. For example, one prominent among now the
endorsements.
Endorsement.
Endorsements. NGC do endorsements. Because most of them one that we are see they are the list. Now most of them be done they aspired and then be done the aim of the party. So I not see more changes on the NGC.
And
you know,
because
can they still the
why you think they get endorsement instead of election?
Well, I think maybe then they afraid for spend because if they do convention, I think now a nationwide thing. You say they do convention, you have to allow the people from the provinces for come, and those things then get they involve a lot of expenditure. I think maybe, to me, an opinion, and just not get that kind of resources for say make we able to do this and try for at least get new people in the system. So now that's me think anyway.
Okay. And I will take you again to another issue. This is not just quick one with the make them. The issue of one woman who been dying at police custody, Ross Road. You know. So now they say the police they're about for sack 6 of them police officers in day. That case stay back, you be get any idea of them?
Yeah, that case they don't bring the police to public disreputes. The people are not the old and to an high esteem, especially when it comes of you say you go take policy and go ask for good thing. I mean, call him one of me. So what they talk? But they get strict responsible. So on that issue, we don't go this if we don't tell the police not to force sack the people and the people need for stand trials. Because pure human rights violation the CLM police do.
So tell me
if somebody don't die, that's the complete answer.
Yes, as a journalist, please don't just get your own explanation, your own side to this thing. What do you find out?
Well, like I tell you, the police really mess up with the entire scenario because what me find out on my own opinion, the person under your custody, you are not able to eat a multi in a lie die. So the same scenario happen at McKinney.
Yes, without
exactly. So now the same situation will happen at McKinney. Now the same situation. I hope you understand the entire story will happen at McKinney. Now the same story happen here. So but the way the Leone police, they know they really do well in terms of policing, in terms of even the human rights issues. Now this country, they see if somebody don't commit crime, instead of you go through the procedures, maybe you go use human power, yes, because now me there, now this I go do, and I happy with this one in Taiwan. But now the sorry. Yeah. Now that I don't step in for fire the police officers we involved during that and we don't call on them, not only for fire them. All the people we did Nara night shift they need for stand trials and face justice for that woman we died at in custody.
So now the suspect said they just want for sack them and then that's the end of it.
You keep business, I do not McKinney. You know very well since Leone society where the UK business is too much. Everywhere you go, then the police law enforcers and the traffic police, the traffic warden, all those the UK business is too much, my brother. Just we cannot see at one time they say they don't sack somebody from the police force for committing certain crime. After a few months, you see that person with the same uniform. You tell me true. They do for just give a phrase to the public. Say, yes, we don't do this, we don't take these actions against certain individuals. But at the end of the day, when I ask no calls, yes, the police don't do this, they don't do the just food. But also at the end of, but I will see that same person with the uniform. I will see that same person with the same work. So this got a lot of things there for us anyway.
Okay, so the last...
the human rights awards then Sierra Leone are among the worst Sierra Leone police are among the worst police force in Africa. You know that? Yes, Sierra Leone are among the 10th worst police corruption in Africa. It is among. I read them and I go through our CCS. Most of the things that they say now, the heights if you decide in the open.
Alright, so please, that take you this time. The last question I'm going to ask you and let you forgo. They say government intervention in health and education sector is a reduce poverty. This is now from the Awoko newspaper, and then basically they quote the finance minister.
Yes, that education business, me, Mr. Sefu, a journalist, I support because when you look to China, which help them. That massive education way they implement, because when somebody don't learn, when a politician can begin stupid against sabi E. Not sabi E, can begin teach me again how the A for B. So in terms of that education side, the president did try on that side, then it reduce poverty. Not to now long-term investments that one day. So that they own is clear.
Alright. So because you do cough and you just take you unawares this morning, thank you very much, and I hope for talk to you again on Saturday with the PRA man on this fair issue. So as a journalist, yes, of course, I know say you get plenty of things there for do because you self get for it just like I did.
Yeah, my brother.
And we self will make sure say we do the needful for let we get the program up and running with all waiting the program need forget. Thank you very much for enjoying the program this morning.
Welcome. We will throw the shuttle now.
Thank you very much. I appreciate your time.
Yeah, you're welcome, sir.
Yeah. In name now, Belay Channel C. Now, possibly they work for the Globe newspaper. We've been taking time quick. He actually not well, but it make it possible for the journey inside the Koreas this morning. And unfortunately that the PRA man not able to continue because of the network. We want just let we get a fair, level playing ground. The government, the journalists, and the people, let we actually see, waiting and think about the fuel price. So because of that one day, when they come see, fuel price don't they go up consistently, don't they move up to some point, and other countries will they see difference. So we can talk about them. We fear looks like they come out. He say because of the Russia and Ukraine. Well, the journalists say not by the idea. Join me Saturday for let me see how this discussion will actually go on. Because it look like say the PRA PRO, the policy will come out from the Petroleum Regulatory Authority when at the PRO is really ready for educate me, because I get that word there. So yes, I need platform this, but we need for make people and get the education. So ready for make we get information where we not ever get. So please join me Saturday in the net. Let we able to get this kind of discussion where they go on. If fine, let we hear waiting government they say about certain things then. So I think this is the great one for let we talk to them. Let it tell we waiting we don't know, and let we hear again from other people them as well. So until we meet again, I want to tell una all plenty thank you for una always they make a very important possible time for una join me inside the program. My name is Sembe Pierre the Freedom Fighter. Well, thank you to the producer of this program, Elias Abba. Elias Abba go actually celebrating birthday on the 21st of this month. Yes, Elias Abba, thank you very much. We'll always go be appreciative of what you don't do. Well, until we meet again, God bless you, country Sierra Leone. Thank you to you who don't come, don't like, don't share, don't comment, and you will just come and view. One love, we love you all so much.
This song come up from Madam Sidra to Aminata Kamara from the United States of America. It is dedicated this song to one of the biggest organizations in the world, WEAD.
Yeah,
Made a crack on the mix.
91 big boy Pekin.
Echa double tap see the bomb.
daily days.
091.
Yellow flag TVs.
Hallelujah.
Come on.
We are the organization. Don't come for every nation. We are the organization. Don't come for promote the nation. They know they mix my politics. They know they part tribalism. They know they mix my politics. Yeah. They know they part no tribalism.
This now we hard, duck and now we land. So la we all and fine. This now we hard, duck and now we land. So la we all and fine. Who know they back kapu kapu? We had no mixed bag bamu bamu. We know they back kapu kapu. We had no mixed bag bamu bamu. Go tell the brother.